We will now call this Thursday, March 18th, Joliet Township High School Board meeting to order. Roll call, please.
Mrs. Stiff?
Present.
Mr. Kennedy? Mr. Fitzpatrick?
Here.
Mrs. Lynn?
Here.
Mrs. Guerrero-Nomer?
Here.
Dr. Huntington? Here. Mr. Coffey?
Here.
Please stand and join us in reciting the Pledge of Allegiance with our JROTC.
Guard, halt, inward, face, post. Place. Colors. Present. Arms.
I pledge
allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Order. Arms. Inward. Face. Outward. Face. Forward. March.
You may be seated. All right. On behalf of the Board of Education, I would like to welcome all of our visitors in person and those watching via live stream. Your presence is greatly valued, and your engagement reflects the shared commitment to the success of our community as a whole. At this time, members of the public may make comments to the Board of Education on any item listed on the agenda. Please note, this board respects and values the information delivered to us, but at this time, we cannot engage in or have a dialogue with you. Your comments should be directed to the Board of Education and all in attendance. Do we have anyone?
No, ma'am.
All right. Thank you. All right. May I have a motion to amend or to approve the consent agenda?
I make a motion to amend the agenda, consent agenda, if we can remove A and the bill from Hopewell for separate voting, I'd appreciate it.
Second.
May I have a motion to approve the remaining consent? Oh, just kidding, roll call, and then,
Mrs. Guerrero-Nomer?
yes.
Dr. Huntington?
Yes.
Mr. Coffey?
Yes.
Mrs. Stiff?
Yes.
Mr. Kennedy?
Yes.
Mr. Fitzpatrick?
Yes.
Mrs. Lynn?
Yes.
Now may I have a motion to approve the remaining consent agenda?
So moved. Second.
All right, roll call, please.
Mrs. Lynn?
Yes.
Mrs. Guerrero-Nomer?
Yes.
Dr. Huntington?
Abstain.
Mr. Coffey?
Yes.
Mrs. Stiff?
Yes.
Mr. Kennedy?
Yes.
Mr. Fitzpatrick?
Yes.
All right, we have recognition and awards for West Campus tonight. You wanna?
Yes, I'd like to invite our Athletics and Activities Director from Joliet West, Mr. Steve Millsaps, to come to the podium to do recognition for us this evening.
Thank you very much, Dr. Guzman and the Board of Education. First and foremost, I would like to talk about our girls bowling team. It is a great honor that we get to recognize the 2026 IHSA girls bowling team here tonight. During the past 4 years, our girls bowling program have been the Southwest Prairie Conference champions 4 times in a row, IHSA regional champs 4 times in a row, IHSA sectional champs 4 times in a row, and state champs 1 time and state runner-up 3 times. On February 21st, the 2026 girls bowlers finished the 25-26 season with a total pinfall of 12,163, a 202.7 average, thus becoming the 2026 IHSA State Girls Bowling runner-up. The accomplishments of these young ladies are allowed with their countless time practicing and committing to excellence. We are so proud of what you have accomplished and are excited to see what is next for the team. Now let's introduce the team. Our freshman, not present tonight, Shaylin Perryman. Sophomore, Angela Mihailovich Demko. Sophomore, Jordan Jinks. Junior, Gianna Mendoza. Senior, Samantha French. Senior, not present, Mia Antimez. Senior, Emily Michon. Emily was also IHSA All-State 7th place with a 25-20 pinfall. That's a 210 average. We also have senior Mallory Berry. She was the IHSA Individual Regional Champion, as well as IHSA All-State 5th place with a 25-44, 210 pin average as well. Briefly, I just want to, before I talk about our coach here, it's just an amazing accomplishment for the seniors that are in this group. Truly, when you hear the word dynasty, like that's what they are. The past 4 years have just been unbelievable. I probably won't see that, in a long, long time. But we're always continuing to grow. But I just want to point out our seniors and what a fantastic foundation they have left for us here at Joliet West. Our coaching staff, assistant coach Amanda Ashmus is not present tonight. Let's give her a round of applause, though. And lastly, I'd like to take a moment to mention our head coach. In his 3 years as our head coach, he has a championship and 2 runner-ups. Not a bad career so far. However, not only this, he spends countless hours in the bowling alley helping all our bowlers achieve personal success. Let's meet head coach John Lizio.
Mr. Millsaps, you have to get in the picture,
Okay.
too.
Gotta make sure that looks good.
You gotta see the back. It says inside the walls together we're families. It's the whole district.
Yes.
It's the whole district.
Any family or parents would like to come up, please do. You can come up.
Next, it is with great honor that we recognize Nevaeh Walker for her 4th place finish in poetry reading at the 2026 IHSA State Speech Finals. Nevaeh is a 3-year member of the Joliet West speech team. In addition to poetry, was also a state qualifier in dramatic duet acting, placing 2nd at the IHSA sectional. Throughout her speech career, Nevaeh has earned 6 tournament championships and 7 tournament runner-up wins, with a total of 35 career tournament medals. In addition to her competitive success, she serves as assistant captain on the team's student leadership board. She's a true asset to the team, not only because of her talent, but through her ability to mentor and inspire her teammates. Joliet West could not be more proud of your contributions to not only speech, but the entire Tiger community. Let's meet Nevaeh Walker.
I'm supposed to tell you that the Joliet Poet Laureate, Usmar Torres, says he sees you and he's very proud of you. Thank you.
I'd just like to also point out, in addition to celebrating the accomplishments of Nevaeh, let's take a moment to recognize the work of the entire speech team, led by the tireless efforts of Mrs. Kristen Blake and assisted by Tony Nardi. Speech was able to qualify 13 events into the state finals this year. This program continues to produce outstanding results year after year, so we are hoping to see you right back here in March of 2027. Great job, Ms. Blake.
As they're taking their picture, I also want to say that I had the opportunity to attend the Black History Assembly at Joliet West, where Nevaeh did a performance of both her duet and her pipeline, and it was amazing. It brought me to tears. So congratulations, Nevaeh.
Come on up.
All right, we're going to take a brief recess just to say congratulations to everyone. All right, we're going to call ourselves back to order, and we're going to turn it over to Dr. Guzman for the superintendent reports.
I appreciate that. No correspondence. As far as legislative report, we are keeping our eye. Things are moving out of committee, and so I will keep the board posted with any concerning or exciting things that are coming from Springfield. And then we have 3 presentations today. So we're going to start with our first presentation, which is our academic return on investment. And if I could invite Dr. Sean Hackney, our assistant principal from Joliet West, to lead us through that.
Good evening.
Good evening.
So talking about academic return on investment, I just wanted to start with a general definition. When we're talking about return on investment within academia, it's about maximizing student learning and academic outcomes, shifting from subjective decision-making to data-driven practices. And so our team had the opportunity to work together, a team of administrators, to go through this training and essentially approach 3 questions. When we think about our programming and our academic return on investment with our programming, is it working? For what students? And then at what cost, ultimately? And so the team that we met with essentially consisted of the list there on the left. But then you'll notice we went through 7 meetings where we really had a time to learn about academic return on investment and get a sense for what it entails and how the best practices are for us as a team to approach when we analyze return on investment. And one of the strengths of this approach that we went through is that you'll notice we had some 3-hour sessions where we got to do some deep dives of learning, but then we got to have some coaching calls as well. And so there was a lot of opportunities for us to work with other districts, to hear from the experts on return on investment as we learned about it. But then when we were able to come back as a team and really work through the processes as a team, we were then able to jump onto a call and work with a one-on-one coach to kind of walk us through our learning. And so it was a process that we appreciated as a team, and I think it shaped some steps for us moving forward. This ROI process, essentially what we learned is that there are 4 steps in the process. First, we plan. And so one of the main areas of emphasis was actually deciding what it is that we were going to analyze during our time of learning. And so we focused on the effectiveness of co-teaching for our time. And that just kind of gave us the scope of our work for the training. And then one piece that we found crucial as well as a team is to define success first before we started pulling data and getting into the analysis and looking at whether we were getting the return on investment that we're hoping for. Again, with those student learning and academic outcomes being the focus there. And so having that as kind of our approach, we then went into, as a team, pulling the data and then ultimately analyzing that data. And then the fun part was the last step of acting and making the decision of, okay, what do we do now that we have this analysis of the data? Our coaches that we worked with, one of the things that they were impressed with and complimented us on was just the efficiency of the team. Our systems seemed to be in place pretty well, where we're able to pull the group together and do the kind of work we needed to do in a timely manner. And then in addition to that, the collecting data part of step 2, we had access to data very quickly and be able to pull that to move to the analysis phase. And so that was, I think from an administrator perspective, that was great to see that moving forward when we have questions about our programming or things that we are looking at adopting or moving forward with, we have the capabilities to pull that information quickly and efficiently. The recommendations part, again, that's step 4, where we have to act after doing the analysis of the ROI process. This was also a key learning point for us. It's not just a decision we learned. It's not just a decision of, do we keep doing something or do we stop doing something? There's actually quite a few options within that. And so as a team of administrators looking at, okay, we have this program that we're doing. We've ran the data. We've analyzed the data. What do we do next? Do we expand it? Do we keep it? Do we fix it? Et cetera. Some of the key takeaways, again, with our focus on co-teaching being the piece that we analyze for our learning, is essentially that we know that co-teaching through our data and analysis drives higher growth. We did see that with the data that we were able to analyze. Bless you. And then we also learned that our targeted interventions are highly effective at this point. We know that through our STAR growth data and through our academic grade data. Next steps, because of this process, again, our time of learning and looking to adopt this process when we're looking at new programs. Beginning summer 2026, we saw that the effectiveness of co-teaching is there for us through this process, and so we'd like to expand that. Again, one of those 6 options for the ACT phase. And so we're looking at training our co-teaching pairs this summer, really to get our academic return on investment and see that hopefully capitalize with training this summer. And then also looking in future opportunities to implement this AROI framework on other programmatic updates or changes as well.
And we're happy to answer any questions. I do want to give a shout out to Dr. Huntington, who shared this opportunity with us. And so I do think, as Dr. Hackney said, we plan to bring this forward with our administrators and have this be a framework that we embrace and take new administrators as well as our veteran administrators through and talk about what we're going to target each year to ensure we are getting our return on investment. Because we have worked really hard to have our data in a good place, and we keep getting that feedback that our data is in a good place, so we can pull it and we can make those decisions. And in this case, it was really exciting to see, because co-teaching is costly. It is costly because you are talking about 2 teachers in a room. It does bring the ratio to students to teacher down, which is great, but there's high leverage practices that we also need to make sure that we are working with our newer staff on, our new co-teaching pairs. And as I know the board's already aware, but we saw the data improve not only with our special education co-teaching pairs, but also our EL co-teaching pairs. So that was very exciting to see.
Are co-teaching pairs kept together year after year, if they're deemed effective, or are they separated every year?
So it's definitely a priority, especially when they're a good working partnership, to keep them together year after year. Continuing the training with the pair, giving them time to plan together and work together is definitely a priority. We do that best we can.
I know DMG has a conference in New York that you guys weren't able to go to, but they are having a program in Chicago upcoming that is specific to, it's like from like noon to 6 p.m. I don't know if you saw that, but I would highly encourage you take a team to that.
I did not see that,
I'll send it to you.
but I would appreciate if you could send that to me. I did ask, the conference that was included, it just coincided with our, one of our main events. I think it was State of the District, so it wasn't possible for us to attend, but I would,
Local, I mean.
yep, thank you. We'll look into that. Any other questions? Thank you, Doctor. Oh, I'm sorry.
Go ahead. Is there a certain curriculum, or is it for all curriculums, meaning math, English?
So like with our co-teaching model
Right.
that we analyzed. So one of the things that we've really tried to emphasize with our co-teaching is that it's a general education class. And so we have the same curriculum in that course that we would in a non-co-taught course. So it really is about training those 2 teachers to work well and implement the co-teaching model well, to make sure students who need supports to access that general education curriculum have that support within that course.
And
But
then
you co-teach across different.
Yes,
right,
all of our
Content area.
graduation requirements have co-teaching as an option. And then also, our EL program, also we've implemented co-teaching, so in many of our English classes. Any other questions? Thank you, Dr. Hackney. Our next presentation is an annual presentation. This is our 2026-27 staffing presentation that Mrs. McDonald will share. As a reminder, there is an action item associated with this when we get to that portion of the agenda.
Good evening, and thank you. I'm glad to report our staffing updates for the 26-27 school year. I want to let the board know that this is consistent to the format that I've shared in the past. So it should look familiar. So starting off with our fall housing, so this is our fall housing 10-day count that I bring to the board every year. If you just pay attention to the y-axis, it's condensed from 2,500 to 34. So that's why you see some big hills and valleys. But we are seeing a decline at both campuses, and we'll see a decline in years to come. So every year, we ask for full-time educators. So our request for 26-27 is 456.5. That is 5.9, so almost 6 educators down from the previous year. So if you go back, we are close to 23-24 school year. On the right-hand side, you will see the breakdown of how many FTE they need at each of our campuses, and then our projected enrollment for next year.
And I just want to thank Mrs. McDonald, Mr. Narducci, and Mr. Villaflor for moving through this work. It's not easy, and you'll see the recommendations within here, but I also want to say, very proud that we are decreasing looking at our enrollment, and we are not riffing anybody. And so I think that's important to note.
Thank you. Certified retirement, so that's our benefit from this past year. We had teachers retiring in all different areas. So that helps us project the potential impact. So going into next year, we'll have 4 teachers retiring and 1 administrator. That's me. And then projected for the next 3 years, you can see the breakdown of the respective areas of where we would expect. So this is retirements. This isn't attrition. So we always take that into account as well. The next few slides will give you a count of where we are with our district-wide, our entire team. So this year we added, and the board approved, 1 additional FTE. That's where we shifted from district to building and then split positions. So we went up to 45 FTE for administrators and supervisors. Our paraprofessionals, which we're always trying to hire and highly encourage them to apply. These are our special ed instructional paras within our classrooms working with our students. Our building level specialty paraprofessionals. Our office staff. Non-bargaining office staff. Buildings and grounds. Cafeteria. Transportation. And technology. And then we have a lot of different other positions. So this is our team. This is the team that supports our 6,000 plus students here in the district. And every one of them is of value. And I just want to make note too, there are positions posted and there are high needs with security, with paraprofessionals, and with transportation. All right, I'm going to go into initiatives. So I'm not going to go through each of these slides. Where it says continue, that means that we are still able to do that. Even with a decrease of almost 6 FTE, we are still able to offer these programs, these services, this enrichment to all of our students. And our goal, and we said this as a district leadership team, like to be proud to say that we are down almost 5.9 FTE, and we have a slide that still says new initiatives. So that's a huge celebration. We're able to offer new course offerings. We're expanding our special ed consult to grade 11. We're bringing our Bravo program from Pathways Campus to the campuses. So Central and West will have their own Bravo program, so that will allow us to service more students within that intervention. Because we're adding multilingual coordinators, each of them now will have an established team, and we adjusted our administrative structure. So the next few slides will go over our courses. So during the process of staffing, and staffing is based on the demands of the students. They put in their course requests, and we go through those course requests. Of course, we always focus in on our graduation requirements, and then we go down to their electives. We have, remember, low enrollment is less, 19 or less. So 19, if a course has only 19 as their primary elective, we have a conversation about them. A lot of the courses that you'll see that are running that are low enrollment are those specialty classes, those capstone classes, our world language classes, our music classes that we value as a district and we want to continue to offer. So that was Central Campus. Here's West Campus. And you'll see similar classes at both campuses. And then these are the classes that we agreed to that we don't run. And it's similar to for both campuses.
And just to be clear, not running doesn't mean that they're being removed from our course offerings guide. They're just not courses running for the 26-27 school year that we're recommending.
We didn't
due to
have
low
enough
enrollment.
students to run the courses.
But we're hopeful we're going to get there in the future with
Right.
many of these courses.
And then at Central Campus, there's a few specific. And then at West. So, we also have postings for this year. So we have been getting a lot of applications as other school districts are unfortunately reducing their staff. We are posting. So we have 3 administrative positions posted right now. These are positions related to special ed or related services. And then postings to our classroom teachers. So upon board approval, we'll get those posted tomorrow, and we'll begin hopefully bringing potential candidates to the April and May board. Questions for me?
Yeah, I have a question on your classes that won't run at Central. You've got a couple like metals technology, 16 kids, medical technology, 13 kids, but these low enrollment courses have less than that and we're still running them. We're running PLTW with 12, we're running the Exploring the Teaching Profession with 7, Drama with 12, Avid 10 with 7. But we're cutting some classes that have some significant enrollment.
Some of the decisions too are based on facilities for next year as we're redoing the T&I labs at Joliet Central. We're having to move things out of T&I, so that aided into some of the decisions that we were making for this year that you most likely won't see in the future, especially in industrial arts and in fact.
We're down to 1 auto lab at Central from
Correct.
2. So like when we were doing staffing, we also had to take into account facilities, and also teacher, like facilities was a big play with that.
Which hasn't necessarily been something that we've had to contend with in the past, but we did this year. So I'm glad you were able to ask that question, and we should have brought that in.
And so my only concern then would be, are these, in this case, 29 kids gonna be told, hey, this is a facilities constraint, like, don't give up on this class for next year, because we don't want them to just forego it, like, oh, they don't even run it, I'm not gonna register next year.
Absolutely, and when students do course requests, they do backup course requests too, so we can have those conversations with them.
Okay,
Absolutely.
good, thank you.
And they usually pick classes similar to that field. So if it's not metals, it could be welding. And it depends on how many seats were open for that class period. Good questions.
Any other questions?
Thank you.
Again, thank you for the hard work.
Thank you. Thanks for the team.
I think, can I just ask,
sure.
I think it's important to note that, like, there's reduced enrollment across the area. It's
Yes.
not just specific to here, right?
Yes.
I mean, so,
Yes.
Obviously,
So I've been doing my presentations with all of our various units and roles. In fact, I had one today in this building. So across the state, there's a decrease of about 26% in students in public schools in Illinois. So that's one piece. And then Again, Dr. Hampton pulls in the data from our sender schools. It also includes live birth rate. So another huge factor is people are not having children or as many children as they used to. And to your point, Dr. Huntington, this is something that many schools, not just in this region, but throughout the state are seeing. And so we're going to keep an eye on it. Things could change. I know Dr. Hampton pulls this in at least twice a year to give us an update. I think he looks at it like every month. But we're trying to make sure that we're staying on top of it. So we're making those decisions that are responsible for our, because as enrollment decreases, so will funding that potentially is coming in. So thank you for bringing that in.
And funding's already being constrained as well, despite the enrollment constraints, so.
Any other questions? All right, our last presentation of the evening, we have Mr. Doug Pryor, President and CEO of the Center for Economic Development. And I know we have others as well, so I will let Mr. Pryor introduce himself and others.
This is on for you.
Good evening. Thanks for having me. Again, Doug Pryor, CEO of the Will County Center for Economic Development. I have with me Sean Kenny, who is the CEO of Hyundai Translead, which up until now you have known as Project Northwinds, and I'm excited to be able to talk a little bit more about the detail of the project tonight. And before I get started, obviously this group, this school in particular, I do want to say thank you again for your past partnership with us on other development projects, on internship program. It's been a great partnership, and I'm really excited to be able to bring this one to you tonight. So Project Northwinds Hyundai Translead is a manufacturing project contemplating taking 2 buildings here in Will County. The one that is in the JTHS district is 2200 Shanahan Road, which we locally know as the former Caterpillar building. The other is 3835 Youngs Road, which is located in the city of Joliet, and is the former Lion Electric building. Both of these buildings were previously in manufacturing use. Both have not been in manufacturing use for a little bit of time now. Combined, they represent about 2.4 million square feet of total space. This project will take the full footprint of both buildings, and in total would represent roughly 2,500 jobs in the manufacturing space here in Will County. To put that into a little bit of context, this is one of the largest manufacturing jobs by job creation that Illinois has seen in some time, certainly in my time in this industry. That kind of investment in the manufacturing space, particularly at the outset, a project announcement, is really extraordinary. And the ask in front of you, tonight discussion, the ask in front of you next month is for a property tax abatement for the new increment generated by the investment at the 2200 Shanahan Road building. I don't know that if you look at every parcel in the district, but after Caterpillar left, the EAV on that building dropped pretty significantly. And this project's investment at the site will work such that even during the abatement period, this project is accretive to the tax district. In other words, it will generate more revenue from day one, even during the abatement period. At the same time, as you might imagine, with that kind of workforce demand, to be candid, Sean and I were talking earlier, and he's like, yeah, we need your students, right? And if I can give just a little bit of insight of a conversation that was taking place while you were going through curriculum, those are high school classes? Yes, they are. They are at JTHS, right? And you do an extraordinary job of preparing students for work like this. Additionally, Hyundai Translead has already met with Joliet Junior College, and we've been discussing curriculum development and partnership to help students further train, not only for this facility, but for other manufacturing around Will County. I will say we've been very lucky here in Will County. If any of you have heard me speak, you probably can't get away from me talking about the reality that we are Illinois' largest job-creating county. But in addition to that, we have bucked the national trend over the last several years, and we have been adding manufacturing jobs. We're up about 10% over the last 5 years. But projects of this scale are rare and very, very special in this space. And so I'm really excited to bring this to you. And, look, I could monologue about this project all night, but I have somebody who is much more expert in this project standing behind me. So I'd be happy to open it up for any questions. I can take them, Sean can take them, but happy to talk about the project and the opportunity here.
Are there any questions from the board?
Will it be a complete, like, assembly line type setup where it does the?
Yeah, so these are dry and refrigerated semi-trailers and truck bodies. It'll consist of warehousing, of course, for the inventory, but it'll also consist of full fabrication, full sub-assembly, and then full assembly. So a total of 3 lines, 2 at Youngs Road, 1 in Shanahan.
And obviously, skilled positions, the salary range that would be appropriate for that level of work would be offered to the employees, and our students would have the opportunity with the correct training to apply for those jobs.
Absolutely.
Okay.
I didn't know if that was a question or a statement, sorry. So,
I think it was both from her. It was a demand and a question.
so the range of positions is pretty broad, actually. It goes anywhere from general assembly into welding, into sub-assemblies, into, we'll have truck drivers, we'll have maintenance people. There's a fair amount of automation. The thing that you don't necessarily understand seeing these things going down the road, they look like a box on wheels, which technically is correct. But the amount of differentiation in the product in terms of specificity and how they're specified is extraordinary. It's an extraordinary manufacturing process. So this is something that the company went down the road of about 10 years ago, this balance between automation and flexibility. And so it requires a number of different skill sets to make this happen, all the way into production engineering. We will have equipment engineering, all the like, HR, finance, et cetera.
What does the ramp-up period look like to your full capacity? It's operating and running. What does that look like? How long of a run time is that?
So let's talk start of production. Start of production right now is scheduled for, call it early Q2 of '27. So it's extremely quick. And that would consist of the 2 dry lines being installed, with the first dry line starting in Youngs Road right around that April timeframe. That'll be quickly followed by a second dry line within that same quarter. And then by the time you get to Q3, we'll be starting the refrigerated van line late Q3 over at Shanahan. In order for it to fully ramp to its full capacity, that's a little dependent on market. The market has been in a downturn. This is the 3rd year of it, and I think is the bottom. So part of what drove a lot of this is market timing. So we anticipate probably 28, at least late 28 at full scale. I think at the rate we go.
Okay, thank you.
Sure, thank you.
So you talked about 2,500 jobs being created. So that would be for when our students graduate, obviously. What about for our current students? What are we looking at in terms of like internships or partnership with that with our current students? What are we able to do with you guys?
So I think that's a really great question. I think we have to be probably doing a little more due diligence on age limitation with insurance out on a manufacturing floor, right? We don't want anybody hurt. We are kind of a safety first group. I think there is that opportunity, and we've had that conversation internally on what does that look like, whether it's whether it's a job sharing program or a flex program where they go to school half a day and work half a day. How do we get them exposed? How do we get them involved? And maybe it's a a cooperative thing with Joliet Junior College, where the first semester is studies and the second semester is putting it to work and actually applying it to see if that's something they enjoy. I think those opportunities are definitely there.
Awesome.
Especially, I would even go so far to say, it doesn't have to be on the shop floor.
Right.
For sure, if you have somebody who's interested in HR, finance, other things, that is something that, it's funny you say that. I just talked to our HR team and said, I asked you 3 years ago for a formalized internship program. And typically when we think about that, we tend to think college, but it doesn't have to be college. There's
We
such a
would
thing
love
as
to
exposure.
pilot your high school formalized internship program for HR. That would be
Well,
great.
and we're going to need them.
Yeah,
I-
yeah.
Quite frankly. So, yeah.
Awesome.
And I'll add, Mr. Kennedy, that is something that in all of our abatement agreements, we do add that component. So we are talking about those things now and working through that. Our attorneys are having that discussions along with their leadership.
Okay,
So that would definitely be a part of it.
good.
And I think the good part is we have a lot of models with the CED internship program that we've been part of now going into third year, where we understand there's certain job categories that are 18 plus. We've already had that, and then we have other jobs where that isn't a requirement, and so we have those examples of multiple jobs like that. So I have no doubt that we could work that out.
Perfect.
For sure.
And we'll be pushy about it too.
Push away.
Well, that's what I like, that's what I like to hear, right? Because I mean, we're gonna help feed that next group and going forward for you
This
guys.
is our
and
next
it-
workforce,
But
yes.
it works just back for us for the community too, so that's great.
I think also what would be really helpful, and you're talking to JJC, and we have a strong partnership with JJC, but working back what those certification programs look like, and then where can we start, in high school, and what certification programs do we already have? Because we have embedded OSHA training within our programs, HVAC, we have welding. We're a comprehensive high school that has over 50 CTE courses, and we're redoing a lot of our facilities right now. So we'd appreciate the opportunity to partner on what curriculum could look like in the future, and we're well suited to pivot to the things that are needed, a year out or what have you. So we'd love to enter into those conversations.
Oh, absolutely.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Thank you.
I appreciate you bringing the jobs back to our area as well.
Yep.
Yes.
Thank you. Absolutely.
Thank you.
Very good. Thank you all. Appreciate it.
That concludes our superintendent reports.
Thank you, Dr. Guzman. We're going to go ahead and go to action items. May I please have a motion for action item A, 2026-2027 staffing recommendations per the request on agenda item 7D, staffing presentation.
Second.
Any questions, comments?
I just appreciate that we don't have to riff people, so
Yes.
thank you for that.
Have any of the positions been posted as like anticipated yet, or?
Yes.
All
The
of CTE,
industrial
sorry,
tech
yeah.
positions have been.
Okay.
That is something that we have been doing. Any position that we knew was due to a resignation, we have posted those as well. But we've gotten in the habit of our industrial tech positions of putting those out there, and also psychologist, because we had that opening that was unfilled that we had to consult.
Yeah, okay.
Yep.
Thank you.
All right, roll call, please.
Mrs. Guerrero-Namere?
Yes.
Dr. Huntington?
Yes.
Mr. Coffey?
Yes.
Mrs. Stiff?
Yes.
Mr. Kennedy?
Yes.
Mr. Fitzpatrick?
Yes.
Mrs. Lynn?
All right, we're going to go on to item B, second reading of recommendations. May I please have a motion for policy 7270, student behavior and attire, item A, recommendation 1.
So moved.
Second.
Sorry.
Questions or comments? Seeing none, may I please have roll call?
Mrs. Lynn?
Yes.
Mrs. Guerrero-Namere?
Yes.
Dr. Huntington?
Yes.
Mr. Coffey?
Yes.
Mrs. Stiff?
No.
Mr. Kennedy?
Yes.
Mr. Fitzpatrick?
No.
Policy 7270, student behavior, attire, recommendation 2. May I please have a motion?
I'll make the motion.
Second.
Roll call, please. Or questions or comments? Roll call, please.
Mr. Fitzpatrick?
No.
Mrs. Lynn?
Sorry, I'm double checking. Yeah, yes.
Mrs. Guerrero Namir?
Yes.
Dr. Huntington?
I'm sorry, this is the recommendation for not wearing headwear, correct? No, that's number three.
This is for language changing from completely covers private parts and opaque material not able to be seen through. And then also, students will wear footwear that is safe and appropriate and will comply with the requirements for specific courses.
Except there is the language wasn't changed to students may not wear any head covering inside the premises except for approved religious or medically prescribed head coverings.
That's.
So it's number 3.
C,
No.
recommendation
They're
3.
changing it on number 3.
They're changing it on number
Yeah,
3.
It's like the three, four
It's a
different
step,
parts.
we were asked to separate it, so we separated it as best as we could.
Okay, but there was no red line through that one, so that's
No.
why I thought there was not change. Okay. I'm sorry, yes.
That's okay.
Mr. Coffey?
Yes.
Mrs. Stiff?
Are we sure? I'm sorry, I know we don't talk, but
No,
number
you
3
can.
says headwear is allowed.
This
So
is number 2.
2 is no headwear. I'm a yes.
Yes, it says students may not wear.
Yes, okay.
I'm sorry, what was your vote? I apologize.
Yes.
Yes, okay. Mr. Kennedy?
Yes.
All right, policy 7270, student behavior, attire, C, recommendation 3. Any questions or comments? None, may I please have roll call?
Mr. Kennedy?
No.
Mrs. Lynn?
No.
Mr. Fitzpatrick?
No.
Mrs. Guerrero Namir?
No.
Dr. Huntington?
Yes.
Mr. Coffey?
Yes.
Mrs. Stiff?
No.
Policy 7270, student behavior and attire, D, recommendation 4. Comments or questions?
Wait, I thought it said 4 is.
Oh,
only
yeah,
and
you're right.
3 is.
Just kidding.
You don't need to take.
Yeah, we don't need to take 4 because
Mhm.
C, 3 didn't pass, or all or no. Now we're going to go on to action item 7, JIU, credit request impact coaching cycle. May I have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Comments or questions? Roll call, please.
Mr. Coffey?
Yes.
Mrs. Stiff?
Yes.
Mr. Kennedy?
Yes.
Mr. Fitzpatrick?
Yes.
Mrs. Lynn?
Yes.
Mrs. Guerrero Namir?
Yes.
Dr. Huntington?
I'm sorry, it's not in the packet. This is the classes that teachers could take that aren't college credited, but they get to change on the cycle, right?
150.
Yeah, it's in here.
Is it in there?
It's on page 150.
I got the logo.
Oh, yours is not.
That's probably the
Fridays.
draft packet.
I apologize.
That's okay.
The answer's yes.
We're moving on to action item D, approval for use of Joliet West logo for the Joliet Fire Department.
So moved.
Second.
Comments or questions? Roll call, please.
Dr. Huntington?
Yes.
Mr. Coffey?
Yes.
Mrs. Stiff?
Yes.
Mr. Kennedy?
Yes.
Mr. Fitzpatrick?
Yes.
Mrs. Lynn?
Yes.
Mrs. Guerrero Namir?
Yes. Action item E, 2026, 2027 Board of Education meeting dates. I have
I'll make the motion.
Second.
any comments or questions? Seeing none, may I please have roll call?
Mrs. Guerrero Namir?
Yes.
Dr. Huntington?
Yes.
Mr. Coffey?
Yes.
Mrs. Stiff?
Yes.
Mr. Kennedy?
Yes.
Mr. Fitzpatrick?
Yes.
Mrs. Lynn?
Yes. Action item F, ROE 56, Alternative Learning Opportunities Program, Intergovernmental Agreement. May I please have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Comments or questions? May I please have roll call?
Mrs. Lynn?
Yes.
Mrs. Guerrero Numer?
Yes.
Dr. Huntington?
Yes.
Mr. Coffey?
Yes.
Mrs. Stiff?
Yes.
Mr. Kennedy?
Yes.
Mr. Fitzpatrick?
Yes.
Action item G, IHSA membership renewal for both Joliet West and Joliet Central. May I have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Comments or questions? If none, may I please have roll call?
Mr. Fitzpatrick?
Yes.
Mrs. Lynn?
Yes.
Mrs. Guerrero Numer?
Yes.
Dr. Huntington?
Yes.
Mr. Coffey?
Yes.
Mrs. Stiff?
Yes.
Mr. Kennedy?
Yes.
Action item H, resolution authorizing preparation of the 2026-27 budget. May I have a motion?
So moved?
Second.
Questions or comments? May I please have roll call?
Mr. Kennedy?
Yes.
Mrs. Lynn?
Yes.
Mr. Fitzpatrick?
Yes.
Mrs. Guerrero Numer?
Yes.
Dr. Huntington?
Yes.
Mr. Coffey?
Yes.
Mrs. Stiff?
Yes.
Action item I, 2026-27 fee and refund schedule. May I have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Comments or questions?
Yes, the administration is recommending to keep the fee and refund schedule the same for next school year, along with the fee for summer school of $160 will continue to be waived for free and reduced students who are eligible and are successfully completing summer school.
Roll call, please.
Mrs. Stiff?
Yes.
Mr. Kennedy?
Yes.
Mr. Fitzpatrick?
Yes.
Mrs. Lynn?
Yes.
Mrs. Guerrero Numer?
Yes.
Dr. Huntington?
Yes.
Mr. Coffey?
Yes.
Action item J, bid results for dairy products. May I have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Comments or questions?
Yes, we have a recommendation for dairy products. It's a 3-year contract. We received one bid, and the lowest responsible bidder is Prairie Farms Dairy.
Any other questions? Roll call, please.
Mr. Coffey?
Yes.
Mrs. Stiff?
Yes.
Mr. Kennedy?
Yes.
Mr. Fitzpatrick?
Yes.
Mrs. Lynn?
Yes.
Mrs. Guerrero Numer?
Yes.
Dr. Huntington?
Yes.
Action item K, 26-27 breakfast and lunch price recommendation. Comments or questions?
I thought you wanted the motion first.
Motion.
Oh, geez, Lord, I'm just like, may I please have a motion?
So moved.
Second.
Comments?
Yes. Yes, and speaking with Julie Adelman, she's the administrator that oversees the breakfast and lunch program. We had many discussions regarding the cost of breakfast and lunch for next school year. As you can see in the memo, since 2022, we have not increased the cost for those that are paid for lunch and breakfast. Costs continue to go up, reimbursement costs are up, and we have to maintain what we call the paid equity proportion for those students are paid versus those that are free and reduced. So we are recommending for next school year that it increases 10 cents. So it'd go from $3.10 to $3.20 for a student lunch. Breakfast would go from $2 to $2.10. And then student lunch breakfast and, student lunch breakfasts that are reduced are set by the National School Lunch Program, and they are 40 cents and 30 cents respectively.
So the free and reduced price is not changing per our direction?
Well, so that's a reimbursement. So free is free. Reduced is set by the National School Lunch Program.
Okay.
Right? So the only one that changes is the paid, and that's by 10 cents.
Okay.
it's still an incredible deal.
Correct.
Like, I can't make my daughter lunch for $3.10
Yes.
anymore, so I'm always like, buy your lunch, you know, so like, it's still, even though we're raising it 10 cents, it's still an
Yes.
incredibly great price to eat lunch.
Correct,
About
I agree.
$2 a month, essentially.
Yeah.
20 school days per month.
Yeah,
Not about any increase, but at least that's.
it's not significant, right?
It is, it's manageable, and it's still a great deal
Yeah,
to
yeah.
feed your kids.
Not wild about any increase for our
Yeah.
students, but yes, that's manageable.
Yes.
Roll call, please.
Dr. Huntington?
Yes.
Mr. Coffey?
Yes.
Mrs. Stiff?
Yes.
Mr. Kennedy?
Yes.
Mr. Fitzpatrick?
Yes.
Mrs. Lynn?
Yes.
Mrs. Guerrero Namir?
Yes. May I please have, let's see. L, Joliet Central and Joliet West Construction Projects Award Bids, Bid Release 3.
So moved.
Second.
Comments or questions?
Yes, we have the recommendation to award bid release 3. Those projects consist of underground infrastructure for the new student center at the West, replacement of the pedestrian bridge here at district office, and we are rebidding the paving, so that will come at next board meeting. We have Needy Shaw here and David Norris, just to come up, say a few words with Needy in terms of the projects, and then they would talk about the actual budget and scope of work.
Hello, how are you guys?
Good, thank you.
We're here to talk about a few projects that we're bidding. First is the Joliet West Student Center. So this project, you'll see more about it next month. We're going to do the full presentation. We do have some enabling work. The Student Center that we're proposing is going to be located in between the cafeteria and the auditorium. There's an existing building there. That's where the fine arts area is, the band wing and the choir room. We're going to have to demolish that portion in order to put this new building in and relocate it as an addition. Because of that, the current mechanical system runs through this area and rounds the pipes, that entire area where the art room is, the auditorium, and everything else. That's where the infrastructure is. So in order to make sure that when we demolish that building, that those spaces are still conditioned, we have to reroute the piping this summer so that we're not down at all during construction for those areas that you need. So that's the first part of the project for this West Student Center infrastructure. The second is here at this district office, the bridge that we walk into for the main entrance. It is a precast bridge. Our structural engineers went there last summer to look underneath. You know that it's cracking and things like that. It's old from the original building. It's never been replaced. You're required to replace a precast bridge every 40 to 50 years, so it's time to replace that. We did look at a few options. One was to fix the underneath. If you saw the pictures, it's all deteriorated. You can see the steel. That we don't, that cost could go up and up and up. It could not get fixed, and it could only, 10 years later, you might need to repatch it. The other option was to replace it with another bridge. That's another 50 year, you have to replace it again. The final cost, the option that we went with and that was bid out, was to replace it with a sidewalk. So you'd infill underneath, we'd stop the pond, we'd put a retaining wall and stop the pond. That way you're really just maintaining the sidewalk instead of trying to maintain this bridge that has a bunch of structure to it. We're still having the same look. It's not going to change how the pond looks or anything like that. We made sure architecturally that you still have that it look like it's going underneath. But it is something that for the district, long-term maintenance as a goal. So those were the projects. Any questions?
Good evening. As Dr. Hammond said, we are recommending award for 6 of the 7 bid packages. We are holding 31B paving, and we'll bring that to next month's board meeting. It's also a mixed bag, so we have concrete. The railing work is really limited to the pedestrian bridge here, and we have acoustical and work and carpentry work. The HVAC piping work is for, as Needy said, enabling work for the future student center at West, and then we have miscellaneous site work, which is at all 3 locations. So we are recommending award. The bids came in under budget, under our estimate, and the total of the 6 is $1,568,087 is the recommendation for tonight, and then next month we'll have the paving, which will finish it. Work is scheduled to start this summer, with the exception of the administration bridge. We can get a jump on that a little bit earlier in the spring, probably around either the end of April or the early May.
I would also add, it's very exciting to see that every bid that we've gone out for this past year and a half has been under budget. So that's been great news for the district in regards to that. And I also want to add, if you haven't seen the teaser rendering of the West Student Center, it's in the packet. Needy and her team will be presenting some information at next month's board meeting in regards to the West Student Center.
Can't wait.
I did share it today with our staff because it was in the board packet and it got oohs and ahs. Any questions? Thank you.
Thank you so much. All right, moving on to action item eight.
We gotta
Roll call.
vote on it.
Just kidding.
I know, it was a long discussion.
I'm really not in a hurry, I promise. May I please have roll call?
Mrs. Guerrero-Namere?
Yes.
Dr. Huntington?
Yes.
Mr. Coffey?
Yes.
Mrs. Stiff?
Yes.
Mr. Kennedy?
Yes.
Mr. Fitzpatrick?
Yes.
Mrs. Lynn?
Yes. May I please move on to action item M, land swap contract?
So moved.
Second.
Comments?
Yes, North Point Development plans to expand its third coast intermodal hub in Joliet. Within that expansion sits one of our properties. And as we reviewed the plans, this is not a good location if we were to ever build anything on this piece of property to be in the middle of the intermodal. So the team came and approached us along with the mayor, and we started to have the discussion, myself and Dr. Guzman, about a land swap. And so what you have in front of you is an agreement to land swap. So we have 77 acres. We've identified another location that's not in the center, and it's away from this expansion, and we will receive roughly 112 acres. So we're actually receiving more land than we currently have. We believe this is a great recommendation, and the attorneys have reviewed this document and approved the document for the land swap contract.
Thank you for being proactive to protect our investment, that I know we have declining enrollment now, but we don't know what the next 20 or 30 years is gonna bring us. So if we ever have to build, it's nice to know, one, we got more land, and two, we got it in a better location. So thank you for your work.
So, thanks.
Roll call, please.
Mrs. Lynn?
Yes.
Mrs. Guerrero-Namere?
Yes.
Dr. Huntington?
Yes.
Mr. Coffey?
Yes.
Mrs. Stiff?
Yes.
Mr. Kennedy?
Yes.
Mr. Fitzpatrick?
No.
Moving on to action item N, summer hours. May, roll call, please. Or, may I please have a motion? Thank you.
Second.
Second. Any comments or questions?
This recommendation follows what we did last summer and the direction from the board, so it really is what we did last summer as well.
Roll call, please.
Mr. Fitzpatrick?
Yes.
Mrs. Lynn?
Yes.
Mrs. Guerrero-Namere?
Yes.
Dr. Huntington?
Yes.
Mr. Coffey?
Yes.
Mrs. Stiff?
Yes.
Mr. Kennedy?
Yes.
All right, now we're gonna move on to action item O, personnel reports. That's policy 530, 5180, 5185, 5210. Items 1 through 15.
Can I make a motion to remove number 7 to vote on separately?
1 through 6, and then 8 through 15 is the motion?
Second.
Okay, so then may I have a motion to go ahead?
Yeah, we got a motion in a second. Just roll.
Okay, roll call, please.
Mrs. Stiff?
Yes.
Mr. Kennedy?
Yes.
Mr. Fitzpatrick?
Yes.
Mrs. Lynn?
Yes.
Mrs. Guerrero-Namere?
Yes.
Dr. Huntington?
Yes.
Mr. Coffey?
Yes.
Okay, may I please have a motion for item 7, professional addition assignments and administration recommendations?
So moved.
Second.
Roll call, please.
Mr. Coffey?
Yes.
Mrs. Stiff?
Yes.
Mr. Kennedy?
Yes.
Mr. Fitzpatrick?
Yes.
Mrs. Lynn?
Yes.
Mrs. Guerrero Namir?
Yes.
Dr. Huntington?
I just want to make sure this is the vote to separate it and
Yes.
not to vote on it. Okay, yes.
Okay.
Oh, to separate it? No, this was the vote to vote on it.
To vote on it.
Yes.
I'm going to vote no.
Oh, 07.
I'm voting no.
Okay.
Okay, may I please have Dr. Guzman make an announcement?
Yes, I just wanted to congratulate Kristen Chaley, who was just approved as our new behavior support administrator at Joliet West for next year. So, congratulations, Kristen. She's been sitting there patiently, so.
All right, moving on to item P, Mr. Coffey, please.
Yeah, we did. You made the motion.
Okay. Sorry. I thought I was making the motion just to separate it and not to vote on it. We're good. We're good.
After receiving and deliberating the information contained in the hearing officer's report, the Board of Education is charged with deciding, 1, whether removing a child from his or her learning environment is in the best interest of the school. 2, what the rationale is for the specific duration of the recommended expulsion. 3, whether all appropriate and available behavioral and disciplinary interventions were exhausted. And 4, whether the continued presence in school would either A, pose a threat to the safety of other students, staff, or members of the school community, or B, substantially disrupt, impede, or interfere with the operation of the school. The Board of Education must then convene into public session to formally vote on the motion to expel, if the expulsion is the consensus arrived at during executive session. I make a motion under case number C 252615, recommending expulsion until January of 2027 and placement at Lincoln School.
Second. Roll call, please.
Mrs. Guerrero Namir?
Yes.
Dr. Huntington?
Yes.
Mr. Coffey?
Yes.
Mrs. Stiff?
Yes.
Mr. Kennedy?
Abstain.
Mr. Fitzpatrick?
Yes.
Mrs. Lynn?
Yes.
I make a motion under case number C 252616, recommending expulsion until January of 2027 and placement at Lincoln School.
Second. Roll call, please.
Mrs. Lynn?
Yes.
Mrs. Guerrero Namir?
Yes.
Dr. Huntington?
No.
Mr. Coffey?
Yes.
Mrs. Stiff?
Yes.
Mr. Kennedy?
Abstain.
Mr. Fitzpatrick?
Yes.
I make a motion under case number C 252617, recommending expulsion until January of 2027 and placement at Lincoln School.
Second. Roll call, please.
Mr. Fitzpatrick?
Yes.
Mrs. Lynn?
Yes.
Mrs. Guerrero Namir?
Yes.
Dr. Huntington?
Yes.
Mr. Coffey?
Yes.
Mrs. Stiff?
Yes.
Mr. Kennedy?
Abstain.
I make a motion under case number W 252618, recommending expulsion until January of 2028 and placement at Lincoln School.
Second. May I have roll call, please?
Mr. Kennedy?
Abstain.
Mrs. Lynn?
Yes.
Mr. Fitzpatrick?
No.
Mrs. Guerrero Namir?
Yes.
Dr. Huntington?
Yes.
Mr. Coffey?
Yes.
Mrs. Stiff?
Yes.
All right. Moving on. Do we have any unfinished business? No. New business? No. Board reports?
I know it hasn't been announced, but Joliet West Group Interpretation are going to have like a state send-off. They're going to show their show on Tuesday in the auditorium. I was invited because I donated money to the fundraiser, but I went last year. It was amazing. So if anybody has an opportunity to shoot over there, I would highly suggest it. They don't charge you any money for it, so I'll be there.
Any other board reports?
I do want to give a shout out. I missed last meeting's month due to a volleyball game, that's why I was late tonight as well. But Brian Reed and Eduardo Contreras have served the district for a long time. They both put in their retirement. I joked with both of them that I would vote no, but that's fine. I'm going to let them retire. It's their time. They put in their time. But I just wanted to highlight the work that they've done for the district. I know, Lundberg feels the same way. She doesn't want Contreras to go.
Other board reports or just announcements?
Wherever you like.
any other board reports? I just want to say congratulations and thank you to all the hard work that was put into the Joyful Brunch that benefited both the JTHS boosters and MAC, Michael Austin Clark, mentoring this past week. It was phenomenal, and I didn't even get to stay the whole time, but just the planning that went into it. I got to shake the hand of every single one of the mentees. They were just great, and a lot of them were from Central and West. And it was cool to give Shelley Clark a standing ovation with everyone. It was a really nice event.
In addition to that, there's, the street will be renamed, starting at Larkin and Glenwood to Hames, Michael A. Clark. And tomorrow is Michael A. Clark Day, I believe.
March 19th,
Yep. So, yeah, that was nice to be, for him to be recognized in such a way. Additionally, were you done? I'm sorry.
No, you can keep going. I'll come back.
Additionally, I attended the Joliet Chamber Annual Awards Dinner where Joliet Township High School was recognized, we received a nomination in the education category. Laraway took it away, but it was just nice to be recognized. And I want to thank Joliet Township High School District for partnering with Workforce Services on their Pathways to Professions Expo. It was a huge turnout, and we had the robotics competition where I believe some students from our district participated in as well. So thank you for the partnership. And Joliet West made the cookies for the event as well. So I do appreciate all the support and collaboration that went into that event. Thank you.
I want to say one more time, congratulations to our bowling team. It's really awesome sometimes to get a text message from Dr. Guzman, and she gets really excited, and she's like, all right, we're going to have this event, and then you get all these emails and then text back and forth, and it's just nice to see so much enthusiasm, and thank you to Matt for representing us at, the welcome home and the celebration. Appreciate that.
It's a fun event.
And then I just want to say Happy Social Worker Month to all of our social workers. As a fellow social worker and a National Association of Social Workers board member for Illinois. And also just want to remind everyone, next month is Sexual Assault Awareness Month. So Guardian Angel Community Services will have many different events throughout the month. Just a reminder that 1 in 4 girls and 1 in 6 boys will be sexually abused or assaulted by their 18th birthday, which makes them exponentially more likely to be abused by at least 3 more perpetrators or 3 more times throughout their lifetime. And there are a lot of people that reached out to me today. Some staff and students, just because of Dolores Huerta's sharing that she was sexually abused by Cesar Chavez, and it's just been a hard day in our community because of that, because he's been a hero for many of us. But hopefully that we can take some of the honors that he gets and we can give them over to Dolores Huerta. We appreciate her work and her bravery in coming out today. So thank you. I think Dr. Guzman.
Yes, if it's okay, I have just some announcements. So first of all, I want to congratulate Michelle Stiff on the 2026 Women's History Month Award for Outstanding Achievement in Workforce and Labor. I do want to echo, and on the successful 2026 Pathways to Profession, as Mrs. Stiff said, that did happen on March 10th. And I believe we had over 300 JTHS students there, and I did taste the cookies. Quality controlled, they were delicious. And then to echo what was already said, a special thank you to Helen Ross and Christine Schlishman, who were the co-leaders for the Joyful Brunch. And I know it takes a huge committee, and there were lots of people that helped out with that. But namely, on JTHS staff, we also had Tanya Rico, Norris Moffitt, and Shelley Clark, who helped with the event. But it was an amazing event. And it will benefit, as you said, MAC mentoring. And I talked to so many of those students in grades 6 through 12. And we're doing amazing, asking questions, great eye contact. So it's amazing what the program is doing for them. And then a huge shout out to the mentors, because many of the mentors were there too. And there's so many close connections to Joliet Township High School, many alum, many, past employees, and they're excited about the work they're doing, and it's making such a huge difference. Thank you to the JTHS Foundation for putting on an outstanding trivia event. Ms. Rico and Mr. Hallahan outdid themselves with the split the pot. They raised a lot of money. They did not pull my ticket, but that's okay. And then we look forward to the JTHS Foundation golf outing, which is June 4th. So I'll make sure I share that information. And then upcoming events include our Salute to Service on April 9th. We sent out over 900 invitations because we have more and more partnerships each year. So we're excited about that. And then also, the JTHS Booster Night of Champions is April 16th. And so that'll be an exciting event too, just to name a few of the things going on.
Yeah, it gets busy this time.
It does. So thank you.
All right, any other announcements? Any public comment?
No,
No?
no public comment.
All right, may I have a motion to go out of session this time?
Motion to adjourn.
Okay. Second? Okay, all right, roll call.
Mr. Fitzpatrick?
Yes.
Mrs. Lynn?
Yes.
Mrs. Guerrero-Mayor?
Yes.
Dr. Huntington? Yep. Mr. Coffey?
Yes.
Mrs. Stiff?